The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD BLACK NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WD BLACK Esports Club Pro League 4 Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft and in association with ACT Fibernet and AFK Gaming. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host, Baba Gusta, and our admin, Eisen, as we are here for the final day of Division 3 in Season 2 of this beautiful Pro League. That is right, Division 3 comes to an end today, and it starts off with Nevermind Esports taking on Allegiance. But of course, before we get into that, a quick little announcement about a certain situation that has updated, which is that Team Heat, unfortunately, has been disqualified from the remainder of Season 2 and will have to re-qualify in Season 3 because of them having an international player from outside of the South Asian region's borders playing in their team. That was a little unfortunate for them because otherwise they are a pretty good team. But to have that, it is the decision that has been taken, and we will see them hopefully in Season 3. But enough about that. Right now, of course, Nevermind Esports versus Allegiance is already live on your screens, as it is in the ban phase already. We've got Thatcher and Jackal being banned by both sides, along with the Wamai ban. Fairly standard stuff, nothing too surprising as it goes. And given that it is Villa, of course, I'm pretty sure these bans have been pre-thought out between both sides, as they know what the other brings and they know that they don't need to bring anything too particularly special in this situation. The meta ban will round things out for the ban phase of Villa, and we're about to head into round 1.
Well, we are going to proceed to round 1 as we introduce the rosters on the side of Team Nevermind Esports. So we have Beam, Moose, That Dude, Ombat Swaha, and Wiz. And on the side of Team Allegiance, we have Arrow, Buckshot, Malakran, Big Bass, and Phoenix. As we proceed to the first round, second floor trophy will be the site on map Villa. We do see a total of more than 2 Intel operators such as the Maestro and the Mozi, as well as we do see a 6-pick coming in from both the teams as Moose decides to switch in from the Nomad to the Iana, followed up with Buckshot as he switches from the Bandit to the Valkyrie. I knew I do kind of understand why you would make that 6-pick, because Valkyrie is one of the most very important operators when it comes to giving useful information to their teammates, and also in order to block any of the hard breaching capabilities being used, you still do have the Mute's jammers, in which it does kind of work similar to the Bandit's gadget, the Bandit charges or the Kite's Electroclaws. The only difference is that the Mute Jammer only jams the utility rather than destroying it, in which it would in which the attackers would be forced to just remove it, so they'll be able to use that utility yet again to hopefully get that angle as soon as possible. With the defenders finishing up their prep phase, and an interesting 6-pick from Moose, where he decides to switch from the Nomad to the Iana. Nomad having a total of 3 air jabs, which gives the attackers the upper hand when it comes to denying any flank pushes coming in from the defenders. Picking up the Iana might also give some strategic impact as well, because you're basically getting good amount of information from that Gemini replicator. But rather than giving information, you won't be able to do something. But we'll see what kind of plays that we do see on the side of Team Nomad Esports.
Well, right now they're just going to be going for a horizontal push all the way out through bedroom. But from the looks of it, it's mostly site-centric. And they're not really going for anything too special outside of that region. We've got grenades coming in. That's unfortunate for the mute as he was caught, flashed, and taken care of by Moose. Nevermind Esports starting off very well with their coordination. As we got shots fired from Big Bay, shots fired onto that dude from the Lacron as the shield on bedroom door will get taken care of quickly. Nevermind Esports not really taking too much damage yet as Beam has already made his way into the bathroom. He has cover as Moose is going to find one more, and that's a double kill for him to take down Big Base. Malacron low on HP as we're closely approaching and past the minute 40 mark. It looks like Allegiance have started off on the wrong foot. Two men down already, a third potentially not quite yet, as Arrow is holding on a potentially very deadly angle.
Well, already we do see an equalizer coming in on the side of Valkyrie as he takes the life of two players on the side of Nomad Esports, equalizing the man count 3-3. They are still yet to wait for the attackers to push in towards the second floor master bedroom. Beam will he be the first to push in towards the astronomy, but looks like Buckshot gets caught from Moose, getting himself a triple kill. But Beam, on the other hand, will get downed in the astronomy stairs as Moose will give a call out saying that he will arrive to his destination to hopefully get that revive as soon as possible. Do they know that Arrow is slowly appearing from the astronomy stage? No, he does not. Arrow might be able to eliminate Zofia, and there you go. The Zofia goes down, which will make it in a 2v2 situation. Moose trying to go for the contest, and he's going to fail on that, making it a 1v2 situation on the side of Nevermind Esports. Wiz in the second floor master bedroom gets caught with the drone, the information as well as the damage being dealt from the Maestro's EV cam, will be able to stay put and make sure that Wiz will just stay on that particular room as soon as possible. The diffuser is still, however, being down on the side of astronomy, and Arrow will now proceed to rotate back right from the statuary entrance. Now the attackers only have 10 seconds left. The diffuser still down. The push comes in right from the astronomy room, goes with that free fire, and the Jaeger tries to do the same, but unfortunately cannot get the connect. But with the time being on 0, Allegiance will be able to win their first round of defense, winning second floor trophy as we proceed to round 2, where Team Allegiance have to defend on the second floor AVG or at a particular place that they do have to be in. I mean, the first floor dining room would also be the site. But also, I do want to ask, I believe that was Phoenix who was playing as the mute. Not sure what he was doing at that particular position in the I believe that was the courtroom in which it connects right from the bathrooms towards the master bedroom. He did not have any ADSs being placed which could capture any grenade projectiles, and even though he did know it, still decided to be in that specific spot. And yeah, technically he was just trying to hold like the attackers were still on the windows of second floor master bedroom. They were in the windows of court. He did not have any other possibility to at least go back and rotate towards the site, although he could make a quick rotate right from the bathrooms, but unfortunately he could not. But also Nevermind Esports, surprisingly enough, in which they did had the upper hand in a 5v3, the Valkyrie was the main player in which he did make it from a 5v3 into a 3v3 situation, and with it Allegiance did win that round. Impressive plays from Buckshot, and also a good plays on the side of Team Allegiance as they'll be the one winning their first round. And now we proceed to round 2, where the side will be on second floor AVG.
Second floor AVG will be the side of choice in round 2, and I like how as I left off, of course, right towards that first round, I mentioned that Allegiance started off maybe potentially not on the best footing, and then they managed to turn around that round and win it pretty heftily, all things considered, especially thanks to Buckshot getting that very important double kill when he did. That was some good stuff from Allegiance, and unfortunately Nevermind Esports' weakness, which is their mid-round to late-round transition, seems to still be plaguing them. Even though it's been less as of recently, they're gonna have to work on that more and more as the days go on, of course. Right now, they're just going to be going vertical from the looks of things, playing a little bit of first floor and a little bit of statutory on a horizontal push, excuse me, right there. And, you know, standard stuff in Villa, nothing too particularly special, all things considered. Mind you, No Mind Esports, unfortunately, they only sit on 9 points today. And they do have a good chance, not quite. They actually don't have much of a chance to get into the next stage, but who knows, that could change. Right now, Ohm is going to take that kill onto Buckshot, a much needed one, mind you. The Valkyrie going down early with the 552 of the IQ is going to give them a good start once again, as the Evil Eye is going to get taken care of as well.
Well, with the control of 90 going towards one and yet another body is being dropped on the side of Team Allegiance, they are now yet again on a very difficult situation. And Moose, on the other hand, quite surprisingly enough, is going to lose that gunfight right from the 90s hallway. The Beam trying to take out the Maestro's Evil Eye Cam, but it is dealing good amount of damage to Beam and also doesn't have any utilities to try to remove it. He continuously does the exact same thing, but the impact needs will be the one to take out the Maestro's cam, in which 2 of the cameras is already gone and cleared, which does not give any information. But do they know that there is a flank coming right from the 90s? I believe that would be the Jaeger right from the landing zone. Actually, no, it was not. It's actually Ohm who is in the landing room, and we do see a hard breaching capabilities being used right from the vault will be opened, which would force the player who is holding on towards the vault switch in, hold the angle, and try to get the kill. On the other hand, IQ is going to fall down right from the piano. A huge pre-fire that come in from that dude, as Wiz will now proceed to go for the plant. 20 seconds left for the attack as the push will come in on the side of Mozzie. Failed to attempt as that dude gets 2 kills yet again. Doesn't see the push right from the 90. That's going to be Arrow claiming the life of the Ash. Post-plant situation to the Maestro. The pre-fire will come in yet again. Wiz will be able to throw a drone right at the post-plant, which will be able to give good amount of information towards his teammate, followed up with a flashbang to force the Maestro to be in a very different position. Beam will be able to detect, knowing that the Maestro is at the study room, in which he's going to go for. He's just going to fall back towards the aviator room yet again. The information will come in, and so does the kill. Now, Mind Esports winning round 2 on second floor AVG. As we take a look at it in the ACT Fibernet instant replay, we will now proceed to round 3 as the score is equalized 1-1. In which the attacker won on second floor AVG, whereas Team Allegiance won on second floor trophy room. As we proceed to round 3, second floor AVG will be the side yet again, and looks like Iana's grenades has been working out quite well, eliminating the Master's Evil Eye cams right from the 90s hallway, although she did, however, lost that gunfight against a particular player. Not quite sure who was it, but giving them the control from 90 did give them the access to, at least hold on. But since Wiz was still present from the wall, using those exothermic charge to gain access toward the wall was the reason why they did win that round in the first place.
Well, with the early game equalizer coming in and the castle being 6 picked in for the Ella from the side of the defense, that's Arrow right there, bringing in the FBI with the Kevlar barricades. First floor dining will see a pretty fortified hold, all things considered. Maybe even a castle barricade on second floor, just to give the roamers that little bit more assurance that they have coverage. Not from an operator, but at least from a fairly sturdy gadget. That's an interesting use of the castle barricade from Arrow. He's gonna block Malakran out of sight. He's gonna have to break that open nice and quickly, get back in, and Arrow might have to replace that barricade. So maybe not. No, he's still very much into blocking that door off for his team. That's an interesting change of plans from Allegiance. Maybe something that they need to stop Nevermind Esports from getting in and maintaining hold of sight. Nevermind Esports did well, mind you. Their mid-round difficulties seem to have been greatly lessened in that previous round. Even though they lost bodies, they didn't let themselves be completely refragged back to the point of death, and that was a good play from them. Going forward into this round, they'll need to maintain that momentum, as right now we're going to have a bedroom push from Moose alongside that dude. They're going to face Buckshot, mind you, the one who single-handedly turned the round around back in round 1, and he's looking to make another big play here right now in the bathrooms.
Well, two players still droning out towards the second floor master bedroom. We do see a Gemini replicator being used to give good amount of information. Sadly enough, won't be able to detect where exactly Buckshot's location is, as Big Base will be able to detect the drone and he'll be able to eliminate it, giving them good amount of information. Although Buckshot is still hidden, he'll be able to get at least one or two kills right out of the bat if he just waits for that perfect opportunity. Moves with the melee holes right from the closet towards the bedroom, in which he'll be able to hold the angle from the astronomy. But you do see the ping being relayed from the defender saying that there is an attacker being played from that exact location. Big Base will get caught from the drone, and the attackers will slowly push towards the statuary room. First kill comes in, it's going to be Big Base eliminating that dude. Followed up moves as he eliminates Buckshot right from the bathroom's fountain. Big
Well,
Base
then,
hit
Big Base in the other one. I do apologize, Baba. I almost missed the cue right there. But Big Base taking a kill in the meanwhile. Can he find a second one? He's got a push, but that Iana will fall. The pistol comes out, and that's a triple. He's gonna get the quad. Turns around with that, and Beam will fall as well. Viz, the last man standing suddenly, as Nevermind Esports completely falling apart, collapsing on the second floor roam clear, all but to the Mozzie. Big Base making absolute work of this second floor push. Very unfortunate for Nevermind Esports, as they have only one man remaining, and he's just trying to give them some time to convene to discuss where they went wrong. And there's only so much Viz can do in this 1v4 that he has suddenly been stuck with. Big Base knows his exact position as a Thermite. He's just trying to dip and dodge through the bullets. More shots are fired in his direction. He will be found, but not quite killed yet. The pistol comes out, but the kill will be taken. Thermite gets one. He manages to get out before the C4 claims him. That's an ace denial right there for the Mozzie. Unfortunate for Big Base, but as the timer runs out, it will still be Allegiance's round to take on first floor dining. What a round indeed for the side of Allegiance, who on the back of Big Base's plays, we'll see them in the ACT Fibernet replay on second floor. The man absolutely tore through the side of the attack, and there was nothing they could do to stop him from bringing it back. Right now, of course, 2-1 is the... Well done, that's a little awkward. But anyway, 2-1 is the scoreline going into round 4, and we're headed into trophy and statutory room.
Well, I do have to pause yet again because even I also did the same mistake as you did, Jack. But for now, we are going to proceed to round 4, second floor trophy, with Team Allegiance will be able to get their win on round 3, first floor dining. Now, second floor trophy, this was the round where Nomad Esports did get the upper hand, making it to 3v5, and then suddenly Buckshot just converted into a 3v3, which would give Allegiance the win on that specific round. Now, talking about the statistics, according to the tournament standings, we do see Allegiance in 7th place, only winning one match, and they are currently in almost being relegated. I wouldn't say relegated. I would say they're almost being eliminated out of the tournament. But they don't have to worry about it because season 3 registrations are live. All they have to do is just head on to the esports club and hopefully be able to register back, so that they'll be able to go back to the qualifiers phase. And so do you guys. If you guys want to register in towards the season 3 of TEC Rainbow Six Siege, just head on in, join, register, and hopefully we'll be able to see you guys in the qualifier phase or on division 3. Now, falling back to the match, second floor trophy room, we do see the bandit towards in the wall of second floor statuary room to use the bandit charges to hopefully trick those utilities from the attackers. We do see the IQ with the scanners trying to find out any information about what kind of utilities has been placed, so that she'll be able to destroy it. Although she needs to be inside the first floor dining to do so, or else you won't be able to take it out as soon as possible.
Well, with the current situation going forward as it is, it's going to come down to Phoenix. Can he hold down on Closet as he's being pushed from practically all sides. He's got Beam inside of bathroom, but no, he's gonna find one. Moves right outside of the closet window, as Ohm's gonna go down as well, but the Zofia finally catches a kill and then gets down by the evil eye of the Maestro. Beam, unfortunate, but he's gonna have to self-heal back up because Big Base is gonna find Ash in the meanwhile. It's all the drops from Nevermind Esports, but there are some refracts being taken by them as well. Big Base and Phoenix have fallen, but Arrow, Buckshot, and Malakran are all alive, and Beam is going to have to withstand. Malakran does not know the position of the Zofia. I'm not sure how. He should hear the shuffling of the Thermite. He can go for the wallbang right now, but he's not going to. C4 comes out. Is it going to find the Zofia? It should. It will. And it's all down to Viz, the last man standing, the Thermite inside of Closet. What can he do, as this is practically deja vu for him? He was caught in this situation in the last round, and again in this round. 1v3, however, and he's got plenty of time to make this clutch, potential clutch, happen.
Well, different situation, different teammates, but still same situation for Wiz, as he needs to find 3 players here. He only has 45 seconds left. He has 2 exothermic charges, no secondary gadget that would be the flashbangs nor the drone, in which he should only rely upon his gun to get those kills as best as possible. Free Fire do come in right from the bathroom. Quite surprisingly, if he'll be able to win that gunfight against the bandit, which will be able to give him clearance towards the bathroom. Although Buckshot with a really good angle right from outside, thinking that there would be a Thermite holding right from outside the roof, but with Arrow still having the information towards the second floor master bedroom, and also the Valkyrie cam detecting where exactly his positioning is. It's just going to be a matter of moment where the Thermite pushes in right from the specific position. Buckshot with the pre-fire right from the statuary room, and a pre-fire yet again to go for the confirmation. Allegiance winning round 4 on second floor trophy. As we look at it in the ACT Fibernet instant replay, will be able to be in the lead, winning a total of 3 defending rounds in a row. As we proceed to round 5, where Team Nomad Esports, they have to pick up their pace, knowing that they've knowing that they've made the same mistake twice, in even on first floor dining and also on second floor trophy room. They do need to be careful on those aggressive peaks. They do need to be careful on eliminating the rumors. And talking about the defense mechanism, I do have to indicate allegiances problems as well. We did see the Jaeger holding all by himself right from the courtroom, eliminating one, but did not expect to see a Zofia pushing in right from that same spot. While it would have been better if yet another defender is at least holding the angle right from the trophy room towards the statuary room to prevent the push happening right from the master bedroom, but unfortunately they could not, which leads to Buckshot giving them the side of the courtroom as well as the second floor master bedroom back to them. But also they did, however, recovered well thanks to Big Base, who was playing as the Mozzie in the previous round, in which he did made it into a 1v5 or a 1v4 situation on the side of Team Nomad Esports. Round 5, second floor AVG side will be the second floor AVG will be the side for Team Allegiance, and let's see what kind of plays that Nomad Esports have in their pockets.
5 seconds to go.
Well, with the 5th round going forward on AVG, Allegiance have a good lead, 3-1 going into round 5, and understandably so. Villa is a defender-sided map, regardless of what certain days' results may be. Right now, Nevermind Esports need to pick up that early round. Something that has sort of been a hitch in their plans is the mid round, where they sort of fall victim to taking too long or not winning their gunfights, and they're transitioning into the end round where the execute matters the most. It really suffers in a lot of situations. Right now, however, Malusi Phoenix, he's very close to the toilet window, where the IQ Ohm is busy pre-firing away. Will they find each other? Not quite yet. The angle isn't quite there, but Ohm's gonna repel. That's a bait, and Phoenix knows it, so he's not gonna go for this just yet. You can see the IQ still training the weapon on the window as the drone will finally come in, find the Malusi, and force her out of the first floor bathroom. But there's a run out, I believe, from Buckshot. That's a bit of a brave one. And I think he's going to have to fall back quickly. He has indeed. He went out of the mudroom window just a second ago and fell back. But unfortunate for him, because there's somebody on the red carpet hallway. That dude is waiting with the Ash, the R4C, to finish him off and start things off for Nevermind Esports. Looks like that early round aggression that has been plaguing them from Allegiance's end is going to be curbed to a certain extent. But right now, we're quickly approaching the mid round, and the setup from NVM needs to be quick.
Well, even though they do get that first frag, Nevermind Esports, they do need to eliminate the important players. And when I talk about important players, that would be the Mozzie, in which he's currently playing in the first floor dining room, with, actually from the memorial room, I believe. And Phoenix in the first floor living room. He might be able to find out due to the sound noise that IQ is in. C4 being tossed will be able to deal a lot of damage right from the second floor statuary room, in which the Zofia is still alive, but she needs to make her shots count, or else she will lose in a gunfight in which the defenders have a higher chances of winning it. That dude right from the 90s hallway will be able to decide to push in towards the study room, in which will be able to either force to use the gadget to take out the Malaysian fancy deterrent, and it's just going to be a matter of moment where the where the kill comes down, and it's going to be Big Base eliminating one, but doesn't see the push right from the from the study room, in which that dude takes out the Maestro. Very important kill, as the vault is they don't have the vault control, which would forces Milakron to be in that specific position. But since a lot of damage being dead, and also a lot of angles being displayed on the side of Esports, they don't have enough amount of man count to deal with. Wiz, on the other hand, eliminating Phoenix, making it a 4v2 situation here. Big Base sees the gadget being used. Will he be able to get the kill? No, he does not. Not enough damage and not enough kill. That dude gets a triple kill as Wiz proceeds to go the plant. Milakron with the Steve 4 tries to get the shot, but he could not in the end. Nevermind Esports will be able to win their round 5, a second floor AVG, with a good use of a C4 to get good amount of information, but sadly enough, they couldn't get the kills. And with that, Nevermind Esports will be able to win the second round of attack as we proceed to the last round of the first half, where Allegiance need to at least get their lead, or we might be able to see Nevermind Esports getting a equalizer in the first half, making it 3-3.
Well, that was a very unfortunate situation for the Kaid. Nearly had that triple. They all lined up for him, but unfortunately, the rate of fire on his SMG didn't really support him in that situation. And the fact that, opening up that line of sight with an impact grenade kind of maybe potentially gave away his position to the attackers. And they knew exactly where to look. At least 2 out of 3 of them did. Nevermind Esports doing well, taking their time, on the setup and making the execute as well and as less flawed as possible. I won't say that execute was flawless, because it wasn't. They had plenty of areas where Allegiance could have completely turned the game around, and it was down to the fact that Allegiance's players made some big mistakes. For instance, Big Base pushing up with the Roni, he saw the Ash, got a little bit too trigger happy, and didn't try to find anyone else just outside on that entry door. The corners there hide operators pretty well, especially if you're coming in from that Fox entry doorway. Unfortunately for Big Base, that was where his story ended, and then Milakron could only do so much as the Kaid in a 1v4 trying to stop a plant. Didn't even have line of sight to throw his C4 onto the default plant spot, and with the Melusia already dead, there was no C4 incoming for the low. Excuse me, I said. 2 minutes and 30 seconds for the action phase. Plenty of time for Nevermind Esports to once again start things off and get their setup rolling. Get a couple of early kills, roam clear kills for that matter, taken care of. But Phoenix, he's going to try and take care of a couple of attackers. Going very aggressive on towards that study push. He's going to fall back. Not quite. He's been droned out, but he's going to stay inside a vault for that matter, as another drone seems to have given away Milakron's position. The German brothers on the roam doing what they can against Nevermind Esports attackers, but with the way the roam clear is coming in, with the way the last round went, Allegiance are going to have to be very careful with approaching this round.
Attackers recovered the bomb.
Well,
diffuser.
Phoenix in trouble, but not to the Bandit, in which that dude will get caught from the default game, giving them good amount of information, but does not know that the Jaeger is playing close to the vault. A single wall bang would be more than enough to get the confirmation, in which he will do exactly that, but it was too late. The information being given to his teammates, which was kind of... the Jaeger did exactly know what was going on, but looks like he'll be able to find one. Milagron goes down, right, in which he was trying to hold on right from the second floor trophy room, but gets caught out from the Ash. Meanwhile, we do see the breach charge being used right from the second floor sanctuary room. The AK, if he be able to detect one of the players playing right from the memorial room, that is going to be huge. But on the other hand, that dude will be able to get one more, eliminating one, followed up with Buckshot, using the sanctuary room walls in his advantage, eliminating one. Big Base on the other hand will do the exact same as he eliminates, moves 2 players down, and also 2 players down on both the teams, where it is a 3v3 situation here. Arrow still needs to be careful on the storage window, as he's just waiting for the attackers to push in towards the memorial, so that he'll be able to have that element of surprise. Well, that element of surprise won't happen here, as the nades being thrown out will get to deal good amount of damage towards Arrow. He has that super shotgun to be able to make that rotate, but unfortunately he's mainly concerned about that push. Meanwhile, we do see the sledge going down, and so does the Ash. Valkyrie making some huge plays, as we do see 1v3 situation is going to be Wiz yet again in a very difficult spot, and looks like history is repeating itself yet again to the side of Nevermind Esports. They had the advantage, they had the man count, and then somewhere or the other, the Valkyrie was the one who made those important plays, in which led to Team Allegiance winning yet again in the same round 6. Will be able to make it 4-2. Allegiance, an impressive defense hold, and Nevermind Esports having a lot of problems in their defense, so in their attack. We will now proceed to round 7 roll swap, where Nevermind Esports will be the one on defense. 2-4 will be the scoreline favoring the side of Team Allegiance, and they need a total of 3 more rounds to secure the win against them.
I just want to ask, how is that man Viz the last man standing every single time Nevermind Esports has a bad round, ladies and gentlemen? That mid-round once again plagued by terrible decisions, terrible site push choices, and not enough intel and utility clearance to back up that push. Nevermind Esports, they've had their fair share of mistakes, of course, sitting where they are 4th in the table currently. They probably won't get knocked out of the Division 3. They'll probably stay in, but you want to just win this game to make sure that happens, and you don't have to play through the qualifiers for Season 3 all over again. That's something they'll have in mind, of course, while Allegiance staring into the barrel of relegations. They are going to have to try and win this game. We're seeing them bring out quite a bit today, far more so than we usually see from them. And that is something to be a little bit pleased at least for this team. Sure, it may not be the best season that they have had in the league, ladies and gentlemen, but it's only season 2. Of course, we've got 3 whole more seasons to go, and Allegiance can turn things around for sure if they apply their hearts into it. Right now on the attack, they will be trying to at least gain the advantage over Nevermind Esports, who, being on the defense, have that Villa defender side advantage waiting on them. However, with their mid-round issues and their late-round issues particularly, they will have to try and turn things around as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, I forgot to like look at this properly, but I see a Blackbeard being brought in by Buckshot. That's an interesting decision from Allegiance, and that is more indicative of the fact that they really want to win this game at all possible costs, with a DMR as well. That's pretty brave, all things considered.
Well, with the attackers using a total of 3 flashbangs, and also the impact needs trying to being used to at least take out the deployable shield, Looks like Team Allegiance's main objective is to get the control of second floor master bedroom as soon as possible. But
Attackers have
sad to
located a
say, a
bomb.
good amount of utilities being thrown, especially a total of 5 flashbangs in total, right from that exact same spot to take it out. But the first frag will come in, and it's going to be Beam eliminating Arrow. An important kill as the IQ goes down. The Hibana tries to contest against the castle right from the statuary entrance. The main problem for the attackers is to need is that they do need to be careful of Beam, who is still in the basement. If the attackers gain control of the site as fast as possible, they'll be able to force the Jaeger to make it on a post-plan situation. Will it work, or will the Blackbeard gets the better of them? He actually sees the exact position on where the Jaeger is,
Oh, that's
runs
unfortunate.
away. That is very unfortunate for the Blackbeard, as the smoke gas canisters give him good amount of capabilities for the bandit to reposition. A good use of those smoke gas canisters, an unfortunate push, but looks like the pressure is still on. They have the control of the astronomy room. Beam knows where exactly his positioning is. He's much more worried about the angle from the bedroom in which the Blackbeard will be able to win one home, but Swaha goes down and gets confirmed. Jaeger with a good wallbang capabilities to try to eliminate Blackbeard out, but he's already dealing damage right from the astronomy room. 2 kills from the Blackbeard's DMR. The confirmation will come in from Milakran eliminating the Legion, and with just as I suspected, they have the control of the side, but Beam gets 1 kill as the Blackbeard goes down, makes it a 2v2. The GSD9 brothers making their play, but now it's a post-plan situation here. Allegiance, they need to get this plant off, or else the defenders will be able to win it out here. Milakran and Big Base still holding the angles adjacent to themselves, making sure that the push from Astronomy as well as the trophy room would not accept, as a C4 comes in from the bandit, won't be able to deal neither the damage, but will be able to give them the at least the access way to enter towards the side. But unfortunately enough, the push from the bandit will be able to at least taken down, which leads to the Jaeger pushing towards the astronomy room. Sees the Zofia will be able to get the confirmation. A huge pre-fire being made to get that confirmation, but sad to say, the diffuser doesn't have enough amount of time. Even with 6 seconds left, actually with 2 seconds left, Allegiance will be able to win their round 7 on second floor trophy room. As we proceed to round 8, and also as we take a look at it in the ACT Fibernet instant replay, we will now proceed to the next round where Allegiance is still in the lead.
Well, then, that was a very unfortunate situation for Nevermind Esports, whose day just keeps getting worse and worse, ladies and gentlemen, as they are not looking so hot. But looks like Allegiance has had a little bit of a disconnect. That's a little unfortunate. Hopefully, they can get their last man back as soon as possible. Meanwhile, Viz is going to take the 6th pick out of the Bandit into the Melusi, as Buckshot from Allegiance is going to be requesting a rehost. Well, then, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we are going to be going into a rehost right now for the side of this game. That's a little unfortunate, as Allegiance, they've just taken a big lead, 5-2 in the scoreline in their favor, and Nevermind Esports, their day really just keeps getting worse and worse the way this is going. But who knows, maybe this rehost will give them time to convene, to discuss where they're going wrong, and to try and shift things around, as we will be waiting on all the players to get back into the lobby as soon as possible. Allegiance, in the meanwhile, they've had a good game, haven't they?
Well, talking about the standings, Jack, we do see now Man Esports currently in 4th place. They are still trying to get those wins as best as possible, so that they have a higher chances to be promoted to Div 2. According to them, if I do take a look at the amount of winnings that Team Nomad Esports did, they've won countless numbers of matches, but the same thing cannot be said to Team Allegiance, because they've only won one match. There you go. I did find out the I did find out the number of times in which Nomad Esports win against. It was 7-2 against Wolframite Esports, 7-4 against Status Gaming, in which they lost against them. Nomad Esports winning against Sage Empire and Team Heat. giving them the win from those specific rounders will be able to give them at least on a fourth position. Although they do have at least a total of this one last match that would be going up against Allegiance. If Naman Esports do win against them, they do have a higher chances to at least go to the third place. Maybe yes, maybe not. But for them, they are not. To be honest, they don't have to worry about being eliminated out of the tournament. But for now, they'll just be staying in Division 3. And the same thing cannot be said to Team Allegiance because they haven't won a single round, actually, a single match. They did win one, and currently they, according to the standings, they are in seventh place, having a total of 3 points. They are about to be relegated, and it is very sad to say that Allegiance, even though if they do win, they might have at least a chance to stay in fifth or fourth place. But we'll actually get to see on what's going to happen until when we finish up all the matches, get to tally up and get to see who will be either promoted or relegated in the specific in this Division 3 specific tournament. Now, talking about the match in hand, Villa. Nauman Esports on attack, we did see time and time again where Nauman Esports always have the early advantage, eliminating one of the players, and then suddenly when they get inside towards the second floor master bedroom, some things do tend to one another, especially the Mozzie eliminating two or three players right out of the bat, or maybe I believe that was the Valkyrie right from the first round, converting the round count from a 5v, actually from a 5v3 into a 3v3 situation, in which most of the time Allegiance did hold their ground extremely well on the side of defense, and I do have to applaud on that. Even though with the Allegiance having a lot of problems dealing in the division standings, they are making sure that, you know what, like, we've lost a lot, even though we are making a lot of mistakes, let's make sure that we'll be able to give the best match as soon as possible, and that's exactly what Allegiance has been doing. Great teamwork coordination from them, and also Namand Esports looks like they've gone a bit off when it comes to teamwork coordination. Yes, they are using their Dronox properly enough. They are using Dronox good enough. They're using their utilities they're using their utilities to try to take out the deployable shield as soon as possible. The only problem is that they're not winning enough amount of gunfights in which Allegiance is taking high advantage of it. And talking about it now, man, Esports, they are not looking good. They've only won two attack rounds, I believe. Yes, two attack rounds, one on round 2 second for EVG, and round 5 second for EVG, in which Nomad Esports did however try to manage to get 2 wins. But with Allegiance picking up their pace, including on attack, winning round 7 second floor trophy, it's just going to be a matter of time to see whether Nomad Esports is at least good at least defending on either second floor AVG or first floor dining room, because I do know for the fact that in round 8 they will however pick on second floor trophy. If that does not work out, they are forced to at least pick on the other two sides, which is the first floor dining and second floor AVG. But we'll actually get to know when the teams when the rehost lobby comes to an end, and hopefully you'll be able to see what kind of plays that both of these teams are going to do.
Absolutely. Right now, we're just waiting on and Nevermind Esports to come back with all of their players. It looks like Allegiance are all back in, and they have sorted out the little issue that caused the disconnect right there. All well and good, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing too out of hand tonight, as we do hope that will be the way it continues. There we go. All the players are in, and we're just making sure that everything is set and ready. All the players are ready from both sides, and we'll be going live with the match in a quick moment, as all of that, just takes a few seconds to make sure that the round history is ready, that the 5-2 scoreline will in fact be coming back live on your screens in a quick second, and then we will be live with the match back on your screens as well. In the meanwhile, mind you, ladies and gentlemen, we've reminded you a lot of this. Season 3 qualifiers are in fact still live. The registrations of them are live, and the link is down in the description below for both solos and teams. All teams, in fact, in the South Asian region. So get yourselves registered with the link down in the description below, and let's head back into the match. 5-2 is the scoreline right now between both sides, and we are headed to second floor trophy going into round 8 from the side of Nevermind Esports. They have not had a good day, just like Baba. Very, very detailed, explained in a very detailed manner. Excuse me right there, I lost my
To be
words.
honest, that detailed words took around more than 5 to 6 minutes, but I tried to keep it simplified as best as possible.
I mean, at the same time, your explanations are one of the things that I personally like a lot. So, it's always good for me. As right now, round 8, the round that we could see a match point taken from Allegiance, or if
Defenders,
Nevermind
protect your
Esports
bombs
use
from being
this
defused
rehost
by
to
attackers.
discuss their issues and to try and come up with some potential counters for Allegiance's playstyle, then we might see a comeback being staged by the defensive team right now. That is what they need. That is what they really, really require first and foremost. While Allegiance, they really just have 2 rounds to go to finish off this match. That's not a whole lot of rounds, all things considered, but the pressure will still be on them to put up a good showing in their final match of the season. That's always a bit of pressure right there, ladies and gentlemen, as you want to make sure that everything goes right and proper.
Attackers are
While, of
moving out
course,
to locate a bomb and
this
defuse
isn't
it.
the only game tonight. We do still have another game right after this with Status Gaming versus Naughty Indians. A match that I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be waiting for, I myself personally. As we will be waiting on that, we'll be waiting on the results of this game as well, which are, arguably speaking, more important in the present time, as Trophy is being manned by Nevermind Esports. They've got the Malusi, they've got the smoke, they've got all they need. Can they make it work? Well, Beam's going to start things off pretty big by finding Big Jason early and a much-needed kill, as the IQ will fall, and Beam himself will fall back to the basement barrels area.
Well, he has the help of the pulse. Thanks to his cardiac sensors, will be able
Bomb
to
located
provide
by
good amount of
attackers.
information. But impressingly enough, 2 players still in the basement, in which one of them is giving the information, whereas the other giving him cover so that the pulse won't get attacked out of nowhere. We do see the meta ops being played on the side of Nomad Esports, the castle smoke. Most of the time, you do see an armor panel being placed right from the windows of master bedroom, and so does a total of 2 ADSs being placed from the master bathroom to hold from the angle on the windows of the bathroom as well as the specific side as well. Flashbangs being thrown and also gets caught from the camps, and looks like Wiz will be able to find one more. Box also eliminated, and so does Phoenix with the UMP, which leads to Team Allegiance in a very difficult position here, as they are left in a 2v5 situation. The pulse is cardiac sensor giving them good amount of information, and also the good coordinated angles being placed from the smoke as well as the castle is being able to give them good amount of kills. With the Pulse rotated back right from the first location, will be able to give much more detailed information, as that dude with the SMG-11 tries to go for a gunfight against the Zofia, but still she'll just fall back towards the roof and try to think of a different plan of attack.
With 50 seconds remaining, there's going to be a push from Arrow to find one, and that's a big one, mind you. Beam goes down, but Ohm's still peeking that angle, and he will get the refrag quickly. That was unfortunate. Arrow with a little bit of a ray of hope, but it doesn't matter, as Moose will then face Milakron and finish off the Zofia quickly. As Nevermind Esports coming off on the other side of the Rios, suddenly with a newly renewed vigor for themselves, as they have taken another round. Round 8 goes to them, and just like we were speculating, this could be the beginnings of a potential clutch, ladies and gentlemen, potential comeback, shall we say, as 1F Dining will be the side of choice going forward from them. Not going back to AVG, not just yet. They know that Aviator is a difficult site for them, so they don't want to try and win that area before they have all of their other plans covered. Ohm's going to take the 6-pick out of the Legion into the Valkyrie, and Buckshot out of the Blackbeard into the Blackbeard. He didn't choose before the timer ran out, so he's just going to stay on that
Defenders,
Navy
protect your
SEAL
bombs from
attacker.
being defused by attackers.
And again, pretty interesting choice of operators from Allegiance, but it could be a choice of operators that gets them the match point. They are 1 round away from it, and they have had a fairly good game so far as their final stream match of the season progresses. But right now, Nevermind Esports, with this renewed vigor, with that round going their way, could have exactly what they need to make a comeback possible. Are they going to be able to? That's what we are waiting to
10
see
seconds to go.
as action phase on round 9 will proceed.
Well, for the main objective for Nomad Esports is to make sure that they'll be able to waste a lot of time entering towards the second floor master bedroom and statuary room will be their main plan of choice, knowing that the specific room which will be able to provide vertical lines of sight for the attackers, which prove a lot of difficulties holding to the site. So holding the second floor master bedroom would be a viable choice for the defenders, so that they'll at least try to waste good amount of time, and then when mainly the Nomad Esports will play according to time in which the attackers needs to push on and maybe get those main points of interest as soon as possible. With the droners coming in, we do see Buckshot in the piano room holding the flank routes of the red stairs. He's currently patient enough to wait for the a certain defenders to push him from that specific side, because most of the time he do know that a total of 2 players, that would be either the Pulse or the Jaeger, in which we did get to see it in the previous round. But this round it is actually no one is actually in the basement, quite surprisingly enough. That would give a lot of false information to
bomb
the
has been
attackers, and
located.
also a little bit difficulties being placed. You do see the drone works being used, especially Milak, and try to gain control of the basement, knowing that they've been using the same spot for the defenders. They'll be able to hopefully clear it out. They'll be able to take good amount of time, but that pre-fire, for a moment there I thought that was a pre-fire getting a kill, but it's going to be big base right from the memorial room, eliminating moves which will be able to give the access of the specific the specific building.
Well, right now we've got Big Base pushing in. Does he hear the prone? He does, and that is that dude. But Buckshot's gonna find Beam in the meanwhile. That's a big drop as well. Beam has been very influential for his team, and whenever there's a round that he goes down early, Nevermind Esports have a lot of trouble. That dude's gonna put on some trouble for the attackers, as the Blackbeard will go down to Ohm as well, suddenly equalizing the man count. Taking some damage, the Jaeger in the meanwhile from the laundry door. There's 50 seconds remaining and the attackers are very close to sight, but their push is mainly concentrated on Memorial and laundry door. And then there's a Malakran going in from Pantry. Meanwhile, a couple kills will be dropped. That is Viz, and that dude shutting down site defense. Suddenly it's all down to Ohm, while Phoenix is in with the diffuser. Last 30 seconds, C4 goes out. Will it claim anybody? It will not, and the plant will not be stopped as well. It's a post plant 1v3 for Ohm to try and clutch for his team. Flashbang goes out, and he will be pushed on to any second now. Not quite, as Allegiance knows they don't have to go for this. They just have to wait for him, that is the Valkyrie, to slip into their line of sight. Smartly done from Allegiance, taking advantage of the weakness that was Nevermind Esports' site defense, and that is what we'll see in the ACT Fibernet instant replay, ladies and gentlemen. What a round and a half from the side of Allegiance, as they taking those early kills and then pushing into sight with the amount of emphasis that was required, got in and got the plays done. 6-3 is the scoreline. Match point has been confirmed, as second floor Aviator and Games Room will be the side of choice, where Nevermind Esports have to once again mount a comeback.
Well, even with a lot of players being dropped down right on the side of Team Allegiance, Big Base finds a weakness getting the control of Memorial Room. Even eliminating the player holding from that specific side gave them the access to the first floor dining room. An impressive play on the side of Team Allegiance, especially on the side of attack, and they are in match point. As we proceed to round 10, Team Nomad Esports are forced to pick second floor ABG, knowing that first floor dining is a no-go for them. Second floor ABG will be their last line of defense. Will they be able to hold that specific side, or will Team Allegiance be able to get the control of the side? We'll be able to see it when the prep phase comes to an end. Quite surprisingly enough, we don't see any shotgun operators being used. Actually, never mind, there is a shotgun operator being played, and that would be Moose, with making some good amount of rotation holes from his shotguns. Maybe an impact would also work out well. Shouldn't have much of a problem. especially with the beam having those impact energy. At least he'll be able to
Attackers must
deny
locate
any
and defuse the bomb.
hard breacher being able to open up the walls on the side of vault. But for now, we'll see what's going to happen as we proceed to the action phase. Match point is in for Team Allegiance. Milakran will do his work by going apparently clearing out the first floor sites and heading towards the living room to at least take some of the important utilities out, which when it comes to important utilities, that would go as the bandage charges or the mutes jammers, in which they'll be able to have the upper advantage.
Well, right now they're just going to be droning themselves in Allegiance. They know what they need to do, which is to clear out the roamers on first floor and outside of sight. That dude, in the meanwhile, dodging a flashbang coming his way. The Jaeger on 90 hallway is gonna have to be a little careful of his position. Same with Ohm, who is currently peeking the red stairs hallway down below from the carpet stairs. And the Valkyrie, playing a power position, is gonna have to be just as careful as she can be impactful on that position. Arrow, in the meanwhile, pushing up with Buckshot already on the main stairs. Do they know of this? I believe that dude does. At least he has an idea. He's gonna fall in, but no, he's not gonna find the IQ. Milakran will still take the kill and minimal damage done. How does he get away with that? Nobody knows right now, as that's a big drop indeed. Him and Esports have lost one of their more influential early fraggers, ladies and gentlemen, as this round has just gotten that much more exciting, and this is about to come a lot closer, or not as close as we initially thought it would. R6S will be taken out by the Ashes breaching charge inside the study, as that will leave a ton of wiggle room for the attackers to get the hard breach done. But Ohm, he's on the flank. He's waiting to pounce on an attacker or two who are not watching. He's going to find one inside of our study. Milakran might have something to say about this.
Well, Ohm in the Ohm technically holding the main entrance, as he might have a suspicion that they might be able to push in, but looks like the Alda won't be able to win the gunfight against the Ashes R4C, as Arrow claims the life of the Maestro, giving them the control of the second floor aviator room. We do see the bandit pre-firing away to glory right from the vault room, sees the Nomad and still fails that gunfight, in which Buckshot eliminates Wiz, making it a 2v5 situation. This is Allegiance's game now. We do see Big Base pushing in right from the landing room. He knows that there is one particular operator. He's actually trying to gain control. Actually, he does know. And he actually loses to a gunfight against him, giving them one kill, but Milakran will be able to get the confirmation, eliminating Ohm, and so does the Mute, thanks to Arrow. Allegiance will be able to win their round 10 of attack, second floor AVG, and they'll be able to claim the win against Nomad Esports on map Villa. An impressive play that we did, that we did get to see against them, and also an impressive performance coming in from Nomad Esports. Although there were a lot of problems, especially on both the attack side as well as on the side of defense, not being able to get the flank outs, not being able to win the trades, and Allegiance somehow managed to win it out. An impressive play from Moose, and also an impressive play on the side of Team Allegiance.
Absolutely, a very impressive play from Allegiance, as they will be the ones to walk away with the Villa 7-3, a fairly dominating score, all things considered. Even though Nevermind Esports, they showed us in patches that they can still duke it out with some of the best in this division, and of course post-qualifiers teams, but it wasn't to be for them, as those little weaknesses and those little problems that they have had, which we will see in the reel of the moment coming live right now, continue to plague their push, their hold, and everything in between, as their mid-rounds really leave a lot to be desired, ladies and gentlemen. Allegiance took a lot of advantage of that, and they really did do their homework on the defense and attack of Nevermind Esports, knowing that there were going to be problems in this situation, in, say, a mid-round hold on bedroom, in a late-round push into first floor dining. It didn't matter, because they knew what they needed to do to counter them. And sometimes, especially in the early match, we saw that Allegiance were countering Nevermind Esports' early round sort of methodical push, their delayed intel gathering and utility clearance with very early aggression. And it worked out for a couple of rounds. They managed to go 2-1 up on the fourth round, excuse me. But even then, there was only so much that could do for Allegiance. They may have gone 3-1 up post round 4, and something that I still kind of question is, how does Viz manage to find himself the last man standing in any round that doesn't particularly go well for Nevermind Esports? In their attacking rounds, in their defensive rounds, Viz was somehow the odd man out in a way, and he just kept getting singled out, like 1v3, 1v2. It was deja vu constantly on that bedroom balcony area for the man. As Nevermind Esports, first half, it looked like they might be able to take it 3-3, but of course we know it went 4-2 to Allegiance. And even with a rehost happening a couple of rounds later, there wasn't really much they could do given the whole thing that they had to work against. This round, the round that we're watching right now, round 7, Beam really took a little bit too long to get in and get the counters to the attackers' plan situation, and there wasn't much time left to go for the counter defuse. And then, of course, we had that one round, the one round on defense where Nevermind Esports really looked good, and that was a round where Allegiance seemed like they'd gotten a little bit too far ahead of themselves, mind you, and sort of underestimated the first floor dining defense. But then things changed very quickly for the side of Allegiance's attack, because suddenly it was just not to be for Nevermind Esports at all. First floor got taken over because of a three-sided push, which you really don't usually see work out. A triple-sided push onto site with all the attackers separated and spread thin. But even then, it was well done from Nevermind Esports and from Allegiance to counter everything Nevermind Esports had to bring out. But with all of that being said, ladies and gentlemen, as this potential 1v4 in an alternate universe gets closed out on, we will also be closing out on this first game between Allegiance and Nevermind Esports that has just concluded on the map of Villa. And we'll be coming back with the second game, the final stream game of Division 3 in Season 2, ladies and gentlemen. Status Gaming will be taking on Naughty Indians, which will be going live on your screens in just a quick minute after this break. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WD BLACK Esports Club Pro League 4 Rainbow Six Siege, supported by Ubisoft and in association with ACT Fibernet and AFK Gaming. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host, Baba Gusta and our admin Eisen, as we are here for the final game of Division 3 in Season 2 of the Pro League. That is right, this game will mark the end of Division 3 for this second season, ladies and gentlemen, and what a season of games it has been indeed, as this game will assuredly leave us with some more fond memories of this division as we proceed to the finish line. Going live on your screens right now on the map of Consulate, Statics Gaming are on the attack and Naughty Indians are on the defense, and we are already in the ban phase. Blackbeard will be the first ban tonight, as on Consulate, Blackbeard bans are very common indeed, and it's no surprises to see that Naughty Indians have banned the attacking Navy SEAL. Status Gaming have, of course, a second ban decision on today's map, and as the timer ticks down, they've taken their time with this decision. They will decide to ban the ace of the board. Interesting attacker hard breach ban right there, as that is a pretty good operator, all things considered, taken off the board.
Well, with the ace being banned, the attackers are forced to bring in the Thermite Hibana, but they have a higher chance to even pick up the Thatcher as well. We do see a Valkyrie being banned, so both of the Navy SEALs operator Blackbeard and Valkyrie won't be available on map Consulate. So I believe in the last ban, there may be higher chances for either a Maestro or a Melusi being banned. But we are going to see a Melusi being banned on the side of Team Naughty Indians. So that would be that would mark the end of the ban phase. Blackbeard, Ace, Valkyrie, and Melusi, as the map will be on Consulate. The only question is, what kind of side does Naughty Indians is going to be in this specific map of Consulate? Will it be second floor console office? I guess it will be, because on a map like Consulate, it is very rare to see players picking up the first floor tellers and server room. But it's a fact. I mean, there are some division matches where we did get to see the long lost site, which has been picked occasionally and rarely. But for now, they'll just head on to the same normal traditional sites, the second floor console office, and second, if they do however defend the site, they'll be able to pick the second round. They'll be able to at least pick up the basement in the next round. So just as I was talking about it, I actually forgot to introduce the rosters. So let me introduce the rosters on the side of Team Statics Gaming. We have Lame Jokes, Prince, Unknown Gamer, Royce, and Super Phantom, in which we do see a fuse being clean. Jax, Jax's favorite operator on the side of attack will be the fuse. Talking about on the side of Naughty Indians, we have Naughty Botty, Naughty Sam, Ashik Banai. Ouch. I just cannot believe I just said Ashik.
I heard that, Baba. I heard that.
I mean, it actually, rolls out with the tongue. I do have to apologize for that. Ashrit, the Baniya, Naughty Mando, and Vinci. And the first round is going to be on second floor console office. I just love how, the player username just always the tongue twists me out of nowhere. And I just cannot believe I just said Ashik Banai out of nowhere. But anyways, I'll just leave the mic back to you, Jack.
Absolutely. Ashrit, if you're watching this VOD back, then, well, let's just say that you've bamboozled Baba in more ways than one tonight. With all that being said,
great job.
Absolutely. With all that being said, we've got an admin hold coming in from Mando, as of my magnet is going to be thrown up by Vince. That's a very brave throw, mind you. Body has taken a lot of damage, not sure from where, but the Maestro will simply fall back, as the first round is already underway, and quite quickly, mind you. Phantom with the fuse just holding on to the balcony, waiting on somebody to go for a daring run out and get punished for it. Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, this is a match between the top and the second position teams in Division 3. Naughty Indians are up top with 18 points, while Statics are trailing right behind with 15. And if Statics wins this, if they win it by a huge margin, then they have a chance of getting into that first position. Naughty Indians, however, they are not threatened with relegation. They're not threatened with too much, even if they do lose. And that is something that they'll be aware of. Both teams can sort of relax, but not too much, as you don't want to relax too much against opponents who are almost as good, if not better than you in this situation.
We'll do see two inverted repels, but the first frag is going to be Naughty Mando eliminating Royce, followed up with Smoke being eliminated. We do see a run out from the Jaeger as he decides to fall back towards the Visa stairs, deals a lot of damage and bounces away from the stairs as Prince claimed the life of Naughty Mando, making it a 3v3 situation here. Naughty Indians having a lot of problems, especially Naughty Body with the Maestro, in which he did dealt a good amount of damage with the Fuse's cluster charge that had been detonated right from the windows. Vinci being very aggressive and very brave, but that's going to cost him good amount of HP, which would force the attackers to push in. But looks like Naughty Pointy finds a way eliminating the Prince, which leads to Lame Joke proceeding to plant the diffuser, and the Mozzie does not even see this, but you see Naughty Body finding him as he eliminates the planter, which leads to Unknown Gamer, who is repelled in, will enter in towards the console office, but that C4 will be able to deal a lot of damage, and also the life of Unknown Gamer. Naughty Indians winning their first round of defense with an explosive start, winning second floor console office. As we take a look at it in the ACT Fibernet instant replay, we will now proceed to round 2, where my predictions were right all along. Basement garage will be the site, and it's just going to be a matter of time away where they pick up their operators and decide to complete their prep phase.
One thing I'd like to know is, why was the first plan being attempted directly on a vertical line of sight, ladies and gentlemen? You should have probably, you would think that that would be seen and called out, that, hey, don't plant there. There's a hole in the ground that they can see through from piano, and more likely than not, it's either going to be Maestro or Mozzie. Those were the last two remaining on a first floor vertical play capacity. And that's exactly what we got to see. Of course, it was a quick rotate from the Maestro to go down below from yellow stairs and get that kill at the very last second. The plant would have gone off, mind you. But even then, one needs to ask that question, even though we're never going to get that answer. Right now, Basement Garage is the site of choice from, oh, well, would it be a bad time to say it's high noon? I believe it would be. Sam would certainly be, as Body seems to have completely domed his teammate, as they say. Not sure why or for what rhyme or reason. Royce, we can see his drone checking out the ever so dead body of the Mute right by the Black Fan. I mean, it's a little unfortunate. They're definitely going to miss Sam in this round. But Naughty Indians, knowing them, they've pulled up 4v5s in much worse situations than this. And they most likely will still be able to, knowing Static's gaming and the rather erratic way that they tend to play.
And with the 4v5 oopsie being made from Naughty Indians, let's hope that they'll be able to at least convert that oopsie into a doopsie. As we proceed to the action phase, Ashrit will now complete his barricading the doors right from the basement cafeteria, as Vinci, the Mozzie with the Commander 9 in hand, will be able to at least try to hold down right from the admin office as soon as possible, as the smoke will meet yet again good amount of angles to hopefully try to hold the angles from yellow stairs. But talking about the first frag is going to be Super Phantom with the AK eliminating Naughty Mando, an important player and also an important operator being taken out, as the Jaeger is going to go down, giving them the access towards the piano. Naughty Body will be able to eliminate the drone, in which was apparently in the yellow stairs. Is now just waiting for the attackers to push in. Ashray with some good angles right from the connectors connecting between the main entrance and also from the piano. There is a pre-placed C4, but do they know that there is a cluster charge? The indication will come in. Here comes the total four grenades from the fused, dealing good amount of damage, but also forcing the operators to fall back. But looks like Super Phantom is on a roll with his AK, yet again eliminating Naughty Body this time in the toilets. And now he's going to use the speed charge to make lines of sight.
Well, we've got a lot of action going on. Another cluster charge going off from Phantom. He's throwing those wanton, but Unknown Gamer with a beautiful shot onto Ashrit is going to shut down one more defender, making it a 1v5 for Vinci. Can he find any of these players? No, he can't. Unknown Gamer will make sure that it will go the way of STZ. A flawless round for them, as we'll see in the ACT Fibernet instant replay. Oh boy, Naughty Indians caught absolutely helplessly from this attack. And I'm not sure what exactly happened right there. They definitely did miss Sam to a very large extent. Having that team kill was not exactly the best thing in the world from Body, but who knows? That could have been an attempted 3 billion IQ play. But turns out when you're thinking that high in terms of intelligence, it tends to backfire, especially in the face of constant raining grenades from the fuse. Super Phantom is going to be going back on that Russian attacker, of course, bringing the AK more so than anything. And the cluster charges, sure, throwing them wanton all over the place as he
Attackers
was
need to
doing,
locate
can
and
be
defuse
effective
bombs.
in shutting off lines of sight, enforcing defenders out of very important situations
Bomb located
and
by
positions.
attackers.
But you know how to make those things absolutely effective. Have a drone in a safe spot, spotting where defenders are, giving away intel, and making the fuse cluster charges a real weapon of mass destruction. At the very least, what that will do is take care of a bunch of defender utilities, and that would also be pretty good, all things considered, when it comes to the current meta of Rainbow Six. Whether or not Static Gaming will be using fuse to that to that extent, we're about to find out, as right now, round 3's action phase is going
Attacker's
away.
objective is to defuse the
Well,
bomb.
action phase will proceed for the attackers here as they spawn in their necessary spawn points. I believe one from the police line. I hope I said that right, because that's technically one of the most spawn points in the consulate. Maybe I need to go back and play consulate again. Who knows? And talking about fuse, I mean, he just goes long back. Yeah, go ahead, Jack.
If I were to interject, Baba, we would play Consulate if it wasn't banned all the time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, consulate. It's been banned most of the time on rank, but heading on to the game here, we do see Vinci with his first kill, eliminating Prince, which would be able to give the Naughty Indians the upper hand, getting the early kill as the Nomad goes down. A total of 3 air jabs won't be available on the side of Team Statics Gaming, in which they need to be careful for flanking opportunities. Although we do see one player in the basement garage white car, in which the mute is certainly holding on to the angle, and Super Phantom trying to gain control of the main stairs so he can proceed to dominate in with the help of his cluster charge, that is, to try to clear away the sides, so force the defenders to be in a different location. But he is compromised from the roamers, in which they are slowly closing in their location. Naughty Mando doesn't see the Zofia being thrown, but he'll be able to find and get that confirmation. Lame Jokes goes down, which would make it in a 3v5 situation.
Minute 30 remaining for the side of STZ's attack as Vinci is caught in a little bit of a back and forth between himself and Phantom, and finally shots being fired, but Vinci will be more than alive, and there goes Phantom in the meanwhile. From the hatch above, not knowing that Body was on the second floor room, he's gonna get taken down, and that's another attacker on the board, and a run out comes in, but too late, as the 3 armor lumbering Kaid is not fast enough to dodge Royce's bullets. That's the reflag, and a much needed one, but can they find Mando in the meanwhile, just sitting above in piano, waiting for his chance at taking a head or two. We've got the last being breached in the meanwhile, as Unknown Gamer will see Ashrid. Where is he going? On yellow stairs. Royce in the meanwhile gets a breach done, as this 2v5 is now on a 2v3. A very clutchable situation and plenty of time left to do it. Royce is coming down the spiral stairs, waiting for a defender to pop up in his feed, and he will actually find one. That's Vinci taking care of it. It's a 2v2. Royce with the double, and Unknown Gamers waiting for his chance, while Mando's on the newly opened bathroom hatch, and we've got Sam inside the site. The Thermite makes his way in, doesn't know where the bandit is. He'll get punished for that, and Sam will find Unknown Gamer as Mando found Royce. That was very unfortunate for the side of the attack, as the German brothers versus the FBI attackers went the way of the Germans, and the GSG-9 will give round 3 to the side of the defenders. Basement Garage will finally go the way of Naughty Indians, as we are about to head into this 2-1 situation. Round 4 on second floor console office from the side of Naughty Indians.
Well, impressive plays there coming in from Naughty Indians, especially the GSG-9 operators, in which I do want to make a don't want to make a reference joke, to be honest. You know, I mean, round two, we did get to see the McCree's,
Attackers need to
sorry,
locate and defuse bombs.
it's high noon, and then we did get to see justice reigns from above from the Nomad himself, right from the hatch. Actually the Kaid, I believe. I do have to apologize for that. Sometimes I do get confused with the operator's names because the
I mean,
Kaid, Kali.
When you're making as many references as we are, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you forget who's who.
Yep. Well, anyways, talking about the match in hand, two defender wins on the side of Team Naughty Indians as we proceed to round 4. Second floor console office will be
10
the
seconds
site.
remaining.
Do see a similar setup, so just as the first round,
5 seconds
where Naughty Sam will be the one with the C4 in hand, with a bit of his best launchers to make sure that the attackers won't have any information towards the site. Action phase will proceed, and I do feel like they're trying to gain control of the admin office window, although one of the meeting windows has been opened in which the Wamai's magnets has been placed to prevent the usage of the Nomad's air jabs. A good thinking on the side of the Wamai, but I hope Static Gaming exactly knows what's up. So technically, he's just trying to throw a drone to give them the confirmation, so they'll be able to use those flashbangs to get caught from the Wamai's magnet nades, followed up with the Nomad's air jabs to give them the confirmation.
Well, right now we've got a cluster charge going off on the main window. That's Phantom once again doing his work to
Bomb
deny
located by
utility
attackers.
and maybe even do a bit of damage to the defenders. He's not going to find anybody, mind you, as that was the first of 4, and he will do damage. That's Vinci off the board. That is the mute taken care of. Big drops from Super Phantom as he will finish off a big operator. Indeed, Naughty Indians have just lost one of their mainliners, but no, you don't go for the cluster charge on the bathroom window this early in the round, as Body will be more than sure to drill that lesson, quite literally, into Phantom for the rest of his time in competitive Siege. Right now, we've got Sam still holding on yellow stairs, ladies and gentlemen, as a minute and 30 seconds and less, in fact, is what remains. The concussors come out, and Body will actually go down from the connector window. That's a big drop indeed, but he's not being confirmed onto it. That's the big one. Royce will finally do it and get him cleaned up on. Unfortunately, I was a little bit late to say that I've got this, because the Zofia also used up her impact grenade in that same situation. Mando takes out a drone. That's a bit of intel denied, but the flashbangs come out, and he is flashed to all eternity. Still manages to get away with his life as Royce will throw yet another one to try and find Mando.
Blinded by the lights, Jaeger is still being flashed when gets taken down from Royce. A beautiful rappel right from the connector, claiming the life of one and gets another. Mozzie goes down right from the yellow stairs as Lame Jokes will now proceed to go towards the plant, giving them the clearance towards the piano, which would now give Naughty Indians in a boost plant situation. The push comes in from Ashret, and it's not gonna work out. Status Gaming winning round 4 on attack as we take a look at it in the ACT Fibernet instant replay. Quite a shocked moment to see the smoke not being able to get the confirmation against the Zofia, and that too in a close range combat. But for now, we do see Statics Gaming gaining up the momentum as they've equalized the scores against him. 2-2 will be the scoreline as we proceed to round 5. Second floor console office will be the site, and let's see on which team is going to favor to.
Well, with console office being such a hotly contested site, one thing is for sure that Phantom is going to have to think twice before putting his cluster charge down on any particular
protect your
window. He
bombs
may have
from
gotten
being
away with
defused by
doing it on the
attackers.
site window, but bathroom window, well, Body made sure that that won't happen again. Good attack round from STZ, however, Naughty Indians, they are looking to take another round for themselves. It's a bit of a close game developing right now, as the first half so far hasn't really been won by either side. They both made mistakes, they both capitalized on the other half's mistakes, and of course they've done some great plays of their own while bringing in a fairly standard operator turnaround that remains
10
right now.
seconds to
Vinci
go.
in the meanwhile opening up the Visa Stairs window, potentially trying to spook
seconds
the
to go.
attackers. There's going to be spawn peek or two, but he's just gonna fall back
objective is to
for
locate a
the
bomb and
meanwhile
defuse it.
and throw a disc or two out onto the balcony to catch a flashbang or even some utility, maybe even an air jab that might come in that direction.
We do see Super Phantom yet again picking up the fuse, in which, just like Jack said, he'll be able to fix his mistakes on exactly what happened in that specific round. We do see a total of 2 ADSs right from the console office window to make sure that fuse won't be able to use his cluster charge right away, eliminating huge amount of utilities from that specific round, in which the attackers did gain their momentum. Prince, on the other hand, will open up the wall, actually the windows on the side of the admin office, to try to give them the angle and also give good amount of pressures to the defenders. Unknown Gamer doesn't want to waste any more time and also wants to get the control of the admin as soon as possible, as you do see the Wamai using his magnets to throw right outside the meeting balcony. Do see the push come in right from the Ash, as we do. It's a lot of pre-faz just to give at least some good amount of kills best possible. We do see Naughty Sam with the C4, doesn't have information, but still gets the kill as he claims the life of Unknown Gamer. Followed up with yet
that was... Never mind. That was a little unfortunate, as it was a little unfortunate for Unknown Gamer as well, going down in that situation. Vinci, in the meanwhile, has been taken care of by Royce, I believe it was, the Hibana, as the round will continue to progress past the minute 30 mark. Statics, they don't have advantage yet. Not Indians are still the ones that do, because they're equalized on the man count and they have control of important sectors of the map. The only one that they've realistically lost is admin, and that too hasn't yielded into much. Sam down below, he's used up a C4, mind you, so if it goes down to a default plant spot and he is left alive as the only one who can make that clutch, he won't be able to. Phantom's gonna find one, and there goes the smoke from behind. That's long desk, as Body will take care of Phantom. However, a couple of attacker bodies have dropped as well. Royce is gonna be the one going for the plant. It's down to Sam and Body once again to try and make this clutch happen, and they have to push up through long desk, through the fire and the flames, with Royce sitting behind in cover. Prince is gonna find one, and there's Royce to find Body as well. We'll see that in the ACT Fibernet instant replay, as another round goes the way of Statics Gaming. Round 5, that is, ladies and gentlemen, and they are going to be the ones to start taking up a lead. Can this be a real lead, a true lead, where they do not lose any more rounds for the next 2 to 3? We're about to find out, as round 6, the last round before roll swap, will be underway.
Well, last round is underway. Site will be on basement, cafeteria, and garage. And this will be the last round of the first half for Team Naughty Indians to be defending on map Consulate. We do see a 6-peg where Lame Jokes decide to switch in from the Zofia to the Jackal, a very important operator, because that he'll be able to detect where exactly the Mozzie's location is. We did see Vinci for a total of 5 rounds playing as the roamer, in which in the first round he was always holding on towards the piano room, as well as the circular desk room, or technically the main entrance, and after a bit of 2 to 3 rounds, we did get to see Statics Gaming understanding what kind of positionings that Naughty Indians have been doing, and the main objective that they are doing is to eliminate the roamers first, so that they'll be able to proceed towards the side, go for the plant, and then get the win. It's been working out for a total of 3 rounds for them, winning round 2, 4, and 5 on second floor console office and on basement garage in round 2. Round 2 was technically where, you know, the accidental DK happened, where we did get to see the revolver. Maybe I think they were going for a Western shootout, but unfortunately it was just fun and games. But anyways, as we proceed to the action phase, I guess Jack has something to say.
I mean, if you're really gonna think about it as a Western shootout, I'd say Sam needs to be quicker on the draw. But right now, it's going to have to be Naughty Indians who are going to have to be quicker on the draw as well, because they need to take this round if they want to go equalized into roll swap. Vince's C4 throw is not going to find Lame Jokes. He heard that C4 rip a long time ago, and he rappelled down to safety when needed, as that is going to allow them a little bit more breathing room with one C4 done and dusted, but we still got Sam and Body with C4s of their own, the Kaid and the Bandit, of course. As shots are fired, Vinci's position is compromised. He is somehow still alive in admin with 2 windows being repelled on, his position given away. He's still peeking these windows. At least he's trying to get a kill or 2. And Mando will start things off by finding Prince. That's a little different. That wasn't where we were expecting the action to start off from. Will he find a second one? Not quite. That's the thermite repelled on the double window of console. Mando is taking that gunfight. Not really advisable per se, but even then, if he gets this, it'll be big. Royce is taking a lot of damage there, but he's still alive, and he's the man with the diffuser. He has to be very careful.
With a lot of angles being placed right from the admin office, the Mozzie is forced to fall back to the site or maybe near the long desk as the attackers proceed to push in. That's a lot of damage there from the smoke. I believe that was from the SMG-11 downing the thermite, but they do not have the confirmation just yet. Actually, that was the Jaeger. I do have to apologize for that. Talking about Naughty Body, he's been tagged by the Jackals. Ino scanner, does he know the push comes in? No, he does not. He's gonna go down as Super Phantom with the AK makes play. 2 kills from the yellow stairs. Here comes Super Phantom, but he does not have the diffuser, in which Thermite was the one who had the diffuser in hand. He's now going to pick up the diffuser, pick up his teammate, and hopefully get the control. Followed up with the Ash, eliminating one more as Unknown Gamer cleans the life of Naughty Mando, uses the breach charge to take out the barbed wire as well as the barricaded wall. Just going to be on a matter of time where the execution time would come in. We do see Sam taking good amount of damage, in which he is in 10 HP. He needs to make the shots count or else it will be very difficult for them. Royce in 10 HP, Super Phantom tries to contest, and so does the Jackal, but they do not have any confirmation just yet. 15 seconds left. The Thermite is waiting for the attackers to take it out as the exothermic charges will proceed, eliminating one more. Unknown Gamer gets one, gets refragged towards the Smoke SMG-11. 3v1 situation. Archer gets yet another double kill. Rotates from the deployable shield, but the Super Phantom is planting the diffuser, but in the end, Lame Joke claims the life of the Smoke. Statics Gaming will be able to win round 6 on Attack Basement Garage. As we take a look at it in the Act Fibernet instant replay, we will now proceed to roll swap round 7. Naughty Indians will be the one on attack on map Consulate. The score is going to be 4-2. Second floor console office will be the site, and quite an interesting match that we did get to see from both the teams here.
Oh, absolutely. This match, well, it was looking pretty close and still is, all things considered. 4-2 is not really much of an indicator of a dominating performance. We've seen comebacks from 5-1, ladies and gentlemen. 4-2 is arguably nothing to both Naughty Indians and STZ. Prince is going to take the 6 pick out of the Ella into the Legion, as on the other side of the roll swap, of course, Statics are going to be the ones on the defense. They are going to go to second floor console and meeting room. And that, of course, is going to lend themselves a pretty good opener sight into their defense, as it were. You know, you don't want to go for something too unorthodox. Sometimes we've seen teams go for a lobby or basement garage to start things off, but just like Baba said, who knows, given both of these teams a history of occasionally doing something completely out of the blue, we might see that ever so elusive split site. The 4th site, the lost site of Consulate. I'm trying to dramatize this a lot, I really shouldn't, as we will be heading into action phase in round 7 in a quick second.
Well, with the preparations from the defenders coming to an end, the action phase will proceed where the attackers will spawn. We do see Lame Jokes holding on towards the admin office with the use of the magnet nades to make sure that the utilities will at least try to hold on to make sure that he'll be able to get the upper hand. Naughty Mando with the drone works, really from the specific site. Not quite sure where it was. I couldn't get a glimpse of it properly. We do see Prince from the soda machine, right from the long desk, trying to get access right from that specific room. Prince knows that the printer window has been opened, so he needs to be attentive, he needs to be cautious, and he needs to make sure that the repel game coming in from the attackers wouldn't happen. A total of 3 inverted repels here, one from the meeting, one from admin, and one from the printer, to try to box one of the operators who's holding in from the admin. Although they do need to be careful on Prince, who's trying to give some protection, and that protection is not going to work him out. Ash finding that beautiful headshot from the R4C will be able to give Vomai a lot of problems. The Dronox will be able to spawn where exactly his location is, but he's still standing. Vomai, a brave decision to hold on from the admin office, but he is in trouble. He is compromised on a total of 3 locations here as the attacker slowly gains control, and finally he's gonna go down. Followed up with Naughty Mando taking 3 kills, an impressive play, which leads to Statics Gaming yet again in a very difficult situation.
Well, just as he got that triple kill, he's going to fall. Phantom, make sure of that, as this could be the start of a 2v5 for the side of STZ. It's all down to Unknown Gamer and Phantom, mind you, and both of them have made some miraculous clutches before. They're going to have to do it again to try and find this round. However, he's going to be alone. Phantom, he's going to find one. The Capitao is still pushing, and he's going to still find that head. Beautifully done. Catches Capitao in the middle of throwing one of his firebolts, and it's all down to him versus Usher and Vinci. Usher bounces the flashbang off the wall, announcing his entry, but he's covered by Vinci as he's going to go for the plant. The C4 tosses in. Will it find him? Yes, it does. That's the diffuser drop, and suddenly it's all down to Vinci to find this last man standing. Will he? Yes, he will. Oh, no. That would have been the clutch of the century, but Vinci comes around to play spoilsport and deny us what could have otherwise been a guaranteed highlight of the final week of Div 3, ladies and gentlemen. What was that? Phantom in connector, just popping heads left and right. And Vinci decides enough is enough. I'm going to peek wide and nothing is going to stop me. That's what happened. That's what we saw in the ACT Fibernet instant replay. The 4K from Phantom will still be remembered, but that ace, that will forever be desired.
Well, oh my goodness, that was a close round for Team Statics
Defenders,
Gaming to
protect your
get the
bombs from
win,
being
but
used by attackers.
that push. Even the C4 was so good that all Mozzie had to do was just wait for the last attacker to push in, but unfortunately he couldn't win that gunfight against the Nomad. A really close call, and also a huge, a major upset on the side of Team Naughty Indians as they shut down Super Fant. An impressive plays on both, on the side of attack as well as on defense. An impressive player, but although it was also a close round, but for now let's just focus on the round at hand. The side will be the same, second floor console office. The only difference is that we are going to see a Frost being picked, and technically they're going to use it on the admin office, because most of the attack pushes that come in on the side of Naughty Indians would always be on the admin office. So the attackers, if they drone out properly and knows exactly what kind of plays that they're making, they'll at least be able to take out the important gadgets and hopefully get towards the side without having any problems.
Well, with Statics Gaming coming in on this defensive round on console, they're going to try and make up for those mistakes. Certainly, Phantom's potential clutch, that 4K, was a big statement that he is not ready to give up. As a Statics, of course, they don't want to throw him in that situation all over again, and it starts with not making peaks like this, Royce. You don't go with Frost's 9mm C1 of all things for a peak, onto the meeting double window. He's going to get reset along with the help of Phantom C4, of course. Pretty brave of Phantom to use the C4 of all things for a reset, but hey, you get what you get. As Lane jokes, he's trying to get a kill or two. Will he? Yes, he will. Pushes up, finds body. It's a big drop right there. The Capitao will go down, as that is the start of potentially Lane jokes completely denying a push, or at least halting it to a certain degree on that admin area. Sam, in the meanwhile, he's waiting on this printer window to get a kill or two, as there is the Wamai close by. Can he get it? He knows he's there, but he isn't quite able to clinch that situation.
Well, with the attackers still repelled in right from the printers, especially Naughty Sam, he knows that there is one right from the long dash. Will be able to spot one of the Legion goo mines being thrown, which will be able to give just the information. The only problem is they do not have, they haven't entered into the building just yet. We do see Vinci making his final prep as he starts repelling in towards the console office window to try to get some angles and hopefully be able to eliminate them as soon as possible. And just by talking about it, he'll be able to eliminate Royce, the Frost, in which she was holding right from the deployable shield. Unfortunately, she's going to meet an unfortunate demise, and so does the Ash. Thanks to Mozzie's speech and Ronin, Super Phantom is going to make impressive plays. And just as I was talking about it, Naughty Sam will be able to claim the life, getting that refrag, which leads to a 3v3 confrontation on both the teams, where the attackers are getting ahead. Vinci with the double kill, eliminating Prince as he proceeds to get the control of from the second floor console office. Unknown Gamer in the meeting room. They do not have any much more information. Can he get the second? Yes, he does. Unknown Gamer with an impressive play. Even with the refrag, he's just waiting for the last player. The push comes in, but he's going to lose that gunfight. Lame Jokes with an impressive patience. He's going to give them the win to Sadist Gaming, as they will be the one being in the lead, winning round 8 second floor console office. As we take a look at it in the ACT Fibernet instant replay, we will now proceed to round 9, ladies and gentlemen. 5-3 is the scoreline, and basement garage and cafeteria will be the site of what is going to happen. Will Status Gaming be able to put this match to victory against Naughty Indians, or will Naughty Indians get ahead, making this match go to overtime? It's been a long time since I heard Jack about him rumbling. Can you be able to see it? Let's find out.
I like how you mentioned me rumbling, and like I get it, being ready to rumble, that kind of goes with that, but even then, but of course that's a discussion for later, ladies and gentlemen. Right now it is 5-3 in favor of STZ, who have done very well to get where they are, especially Unknown Gamer. Can anything stop that man as he made that clutch possible? If we have a look at the scoreboard right now, 11-11 between Phantom and Unknown Gamer, 22 kills alone. And then, unfortunately, the scorecard in terms of fragging potential doesn't exactly look that good for the side of Naughty Indians, mind you. They have done what they can, and they have taken kills wherever required. It's a very well-distributed scoreboard. Even then, it hasn't exactly been their best showing. Not exactly the kind of showing you'd expect from a team who is very ready to go to Div 2. That is right, Season 3 will see these two teams go to the second division, but that is not a Div 2 play. What even happened right there? Well, it's pretty simple. Naughty Sam was busy pre-firing the visa window. There was probably a drone there that saw the area going up the stairs, and he predicted that there would be a play happening from Unknown Gamer. He was going to go for the spawn peek, or at least to break the window to scare the attackers. But unfortunately, Unknown Gamer's scare backfired on him instead, as the first kill went off in the round. And that is going to be how round 9's action phase kicks off.
Well, drone works will come in from the attackers, giving useful information. Lame Jokes is still in the long dash to provide some confrontation to the attackers here. You do see the Sledge using his Sledge breaching hammers to make lines of sight. C4 comes in. Does he get the connect? Yes, he does. Naughty Sam goes down, which would make an instant refrag. I wouldn't say an instant refrag. It was a late time refrag, but that C4 claim to kill is going to be a very important kill for them. Vinci will be able to open up the yellow stairs barricade so that the attackers will try to would not have a bit of problems dealing with that barricade, especially in the late times when they don't have much enough amount of time. But for now, the attackers have control on the side of Piano. They will now proceed to use the sword breaching capabilities to make lines of sight, but they haven't cleared the second floor meeting room, in which the information through gunfire will be able to give them.
Well, with a minute 20 remaining for the side of Naughty Indians,
Attackers have
time will
located
not
a
be on
bomb.
their side, and that will not help either, as Lane Jokes will find body. That's another big drop. The sledge, a big piece of a soft breach utility, has been taken out, leaving Vinci, Mando, and Ushrit the last three standing. 3v4, of course, very much possible, as important lines of flank will be denied using the air jabs of the Nomad. Usher going for the hard breach on the main wall of the site. It's very late in the round, but at least he's got that done. Vinci doesn't know that the Kaid is almost in a line of sight of one of the vertical plays that the sledge made. He's going to use his own breach charge. In the meanwhile, the Ash uses hers, and that's a lot of soft breach, mind you. They know where Royce is, but do they have the angle to take him out? Do they know where Lane Jokes is? That is the real question, as Naughty Indians need to find that alibi. They need to find these last three defenders inside as well. He's gonna drop in. He will see one. He'll take it as Mando finds Royce. In the meanwhile, coming down yellow, he finds another one. It's a double, allowing thermite entry and plant potential. As Ushrit, he's got a Goom ammunition. He's gonna take that out. Lane Jokes, he got air jab. He's going to have to be very careful with this. Usher is going for the plant. There's only so long left, and he will be denied because Phantom rotated up the second floor from out of nowhere. That's unfortunate. Directly below the verticality the attackers established. And that, as we see in the ACT Fibernet replay, is going to be Statics Gaming taking another round. Very, very well done for the side of the defense. Phantom, the man doesn't stop, as it is now match point 6-3 going into round 10.
Well, 13 kills for Super Phantom, followed up with Unknown Gamer, 11 kills. An impressive display of skills being shown from Static Gaming, and Naughty Indians have no idea on what kind of plays that they've been doing. Not being able to give, leaving the control of piano rooms to the side of defenders is the only reason
need to locate
why
and defuse
they've
bomb.
won that round in the first place. Yes, you've made good amount of lines of sight right from the basement garage, but if you leave it and just decide to go in towards the plant, it would have been better if you planted out the cafeteria, but not having good amount of time, they were forced to plant in, not in a default positioning, but Super Phantom, knowing what is happening, they had information, and that information is what gave Statics Gaming the win. Match point is in for the defenders. They just need to win one round. Will it happen, or will Naughty Indians be able to win that round? We are actually about to find out when the prep phase comes to an end, as Super Phantom will finish up his reinforcements right from the meeting room, and it's going to be two players roaming in on the side of Statics Gaming. It will be Super Phantom and Unknown Gamer, who's been performing extraordinarily well on the side of defense. Naughty Sam will open up the barricaded wall to give them the access way towards the visa, followed up with the drones, and it's just a normal it's a normal standard play coming in on the side of the attackers, where the only difference is the main entryway that they're going to push in will be on visa, although they do need to be careful on some of the holes being made from the defenders. But hopefully with the amount of drone wars they've been doing, they'll be able to at least find out what kind of plays that Statics Gaming has been doing. Starting off with the first frag is going to be Naughty Sam, eliminating Lame Jokes right off the bat, right from the second floor meeting room, and they still have a good amount of time, and also an early kill on the side of Team Naughty Indians.
Absolutely, a much required early kill. Mind you, Lane Jokes was one of the big reasons that Statics Gaming were able to take the last round. Him making some real plays right towards the end, right towards the mid-round, excuse me, was what delayed the push from the attacker side, and that forced Naughty Indians to be in a terrible position later on. Right now, we've got some legal attempts being made as the C4 goes off from below. That's unfortunate, though, as Vinci will still be alive, making vertical lines aside. Phantom has used up his C4, as we've got a lot of verticality being established right now. So much soft destruction going off all over the map, as damage has been done, but not a whole lot. Unknown Gamer, a couple of bullets in there. Phantom, a little bit of damage from the breachers is going off above his head, but they still have control of sight. But how much and for how longer is the real question. Royce takes a bit more damage. He's He's got to be careful, mind you, in his side push as Phantom is looking to make a big flank play. He's got to be careful of the Claymore. That's right here, but it's being watched, and the plant is going off in the meanwhile on the main door. It's a 3v5, and the way this is going, Usher's going to get the plant up. It's a 2v5 post plant, all down to Prince and Unknown Gamer. Both of them are not on 100 HP. Never mind, it's down to Unknown Gamer as Prince has just fallen, and there goes the Jaeger as well. Naughty Indians. A sudden surprise performance on round 10, as we'll see in the ACT Fibernet instant replay. Body just tapping away on the yellow stairs, because why wouldn't you? But the point still stands. They are looking like they do not want to give up, as they've recognized that Statics are very close to the victory. They really want this win, and of course STZ are going to have to respond in kind. Second floor console will be the side of choice, as we are now in round 11.
Well, round 11, but still Statics Gaming is still on match point. With them losing on first floor lobby, they are forced to pick on second floor console office, the same site where Naughty Indians did claim the win, but also they did the only round where Statics Gaming did win on their basement was on the one which they did win the site was on Basement Garage. A very important kill for them, and also an impressive play from both Super Phantom as well as Unknown Gamer. They were the one who's doing all the heavy lifting. But talking about Naughty Indians, we do have Naughty Botty and Naughty Sam, who's also been making some impressive frag, especially on both the attack phase as well as on the defense. I do have to talk about Mando as well. Talking about the coordination that come in on the side of Naughty Indians. We have a total of 3 fraggers here. We have Naughty Body with the IQ. We will be able to find out what kind of useful informations we have, followed up with the Ash to take out at least the Maestro cams, in which we don't see any Maestro cams being created on the side of Statics Gaming. So it's going to be full-on pure gunplay on the side of the attack. Although there are some, utilities, the Vamai's magnet needs to catch up some of the frag grenades or any utilities being thrown off right towards the side. And also, Royce will be the surprise pick, in which she'll be able to play some of her traps, maybe right from the admin office, because that's where most of the pushes on the Naughty Indians being used. Talking about it, we actually did knew for a fact that Frost had a minor buff where she has the secondary shotgun in hand, so she'll be the one using that specific weapon, but mostly just to make rotations. The only problem would be the attackers trying to head on a 1v1 gunfight against her. Talking about it, well, just almost as I was talking about it, Rice will be dealt a lot of damage right from the skylight, but he'll be still alive. But for how long is the biggest question.
Was once again a little bit of an unfortunate play from the Frost. Royce is no stranger to making some unfortunate plays, as we've got a yellow stairs push coming in from the side of Sam and Vinci. At least that's what it looked like as shots are being fired. Statics Gaming, they know that this push is coming in. Langejux has found one, and Royce has been downed in the meanwhile. Vinci is off the board. That is your Nomad gone. That's a big one indeed, as the revive comes in, and Langejux with a double. Hello, the Wamai on Spiral. He's going to find Mando as well. That's a big drop indeed. The Ash goes down, and suddenly it's a 3v5, all down to Ushred, Sam, and Body, who are going to have to try and dig themselves out of this slightly dirty spot. Lame Jokes comes up on Visa stairs right now, and the Jaeger will get taken out in connector. That's from inside a bathroom. That's Sam picks up one. He needs to pick up more, though. He's low on HP, and he can't go for anything too risky. But he will push into bathroom and out. He's got to rotate to work with as Phantom goes down. That's Body taking yet another kill, equalizing the man count. And we saw for a split second Lame Jokes once again scrambling for a big rotate. Ushred is going for the plant. He's got cover from window and bathroom as Lame Jokes is trying to make his way up. But there is the denial, and Prince is going to find one. In the meanwhile, Royce went down, but Sam went down as well. And there goes the Legion. The refrag is in. It's a 1v2, all down to Lame Jokes. The Wamai, where is he? Nowhere to be found in this situation. 1v2, the Wamai coming up yellow stairs. His position has probably been given away, as he has a choice. Where does he go in from? Where does he know these attackers are? I don't think he knows at all. He's pushing in directly for the counter defuse, as the call will be given away. It's being watched like a hawk, and that is gonna be the end of it. I should make sure of that, as Lame Jokes falls and Naughty Indians take another round. Round 11 goes to them, as we've seen the ACT Fibernet instant replay. It could have been around going the way of Statics Gaming, but they still keep making those ill-advised peaks and plays, and Naughty Indians have punished them aptly for it.
Well, match point is still in for Statics Gaming, but not for long. If not for long, if Naughty Indians try to gain ahead, putting this match to overtime. Basement Garage will be the site for them. I do keep making some mistake right from my paper, so I just have to cross this one out and just write on Basement Garage. All right, there you go. And
The troubles of pen and paper.
Yep, the troubles of pen and paper, Jack. I mean, most of the time I make so much.
Attackers need to
I've made
locate
so
and
much
defuse as
mistakes
many
today,
bombs as they
knowing
can.
that Statics Gaming might pick on second floor console. Next thing you know, at the very exact second, not quite sure what happened to my accent there, but at the very exact second, they would just immediately change back from second floor to basement garage, which would let me use my pen and scratch it out. But for now, basement, yeah.
It's funny you mentioned that, because sometimes it's just outright forget to write down the site name. And then I look down like, wait, where'd they go? Oh no.
Most of the time we always get confused most at the moment though, but for now, yeah. I mean, to be honest, we are actually having a blast here. But to be honest,
yes.
but for the teams, they're not having a blast at all because they are under pressure. Talking about pressure, Statics Gaming will be the one who will be in much more of a problematic because they've lost a total of 2 rounds, round 9 and round 10, giving the win to Naughty Indians, and they need to make sure that at least winning one round would be their maximum round of choice. The only thing that Statics Gaming need to do is to not make mistakes. As we did get to see from the previous round, where Royce were making some ill-advised peaks. And talking about ill-advised peaks, they'll just still continue to do so. Naughty Sam making yet again one more kill as he eliminates Alibi and will be able to give them the direct access of the second floor admin office.
Well, that was a big drop indeed, with Lame Jokes going down, ladies and gentlemen. His body is trying to skirt by that pest that is still up on second floor. Phantom, that's the intel denial right there, at least temporarily, for the Mozzie. And Naughty Indians are going to have to work around that particular hitch in their plans. But they've done pretty well so far, having taken one very important early kill and not gotten refragged for it. They basically forced the Statics' defenders to fall back to site. And the way that this is going, we might even see overtime. It is, of course, the round of ones, ladies and gentlemen, as Naughty Indians need just one round, this round, to go for overtime, give themselves a second chance to win this match, while Statics need one round to finish it off. They've needed one round for a while now. Ever since round 9, they've been sitting on the match point. Can they confirm it? This is the round to find out, as a soft breach verticality will be established. Unknown Gamer, interestingly enough, very patient towards the side of Tellers, as that could be a big play if he goes undetected. Phantom waiting with the C4 in the wings. He knows that he can't quite throw it in the area he wants to, because of course there is no sound coming from there. Roy, so much damage done. He will go down, trying to play behind the shield on boxes inside a site. He's been down. He might get revived as the kill has not been secured, but the Jaeger has been spotted. He will go down. The callouts go out, and Sam makes sure to take down Unknown Gamer. 3v5 as Statics' attack defense, is slowly crumbling all over the place. Where are you looking, Kaid? As he will drop to Body, who will find another one, and it's all down to Phantom, the last man standing. The drones know his position. Zofia does as well, and Sam will finish it off. Another flawless round to the side of Naughty Indians, as they have gone from strength to strength in these last 3 rounds and pushed into overtime. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to rumble? Overtime is in play.
Well, it's been a long time since I heard that, Jack. Overtime will commence. We are now going to proceed to round 12, where Statics Gaming will be the one on defense. Second floor console office will be the site for them yet again. Statics Gaming, they've had the opportunity on this in the second half itself losing to it losing to it at the early amount of round will put them in the danger zone. We won't be able to see any six picks coming in from neither of these teams, and the score count, my oh my, it
Attackers
just
need to
keeps on
locate and
rising.
defuse
As I mean,
bombs.
if we just take a look at it at the score, but I want to check out how many kills both of them have been making. Thank you so much, Aizen. Naughty Sam and Naughty Botty, WINNING, 11, 12 kills, respective of them, followed up with Super Phantom and Unknown Gamer having a double-digit kill. Not quite sure what I was going through there, but sometimes in a very heated moment like these, you tend to forget some words, you tend to misalign some sentences, but hopefully, I'll just try to get my mojo back and try to cast this as best as possible. With the
5
prep
seconds
phase
to
coming
go.
to an end, an action phase will soonly come into play for Naughty Indians to spawn in from their
Attackers are
respective
moving out
spawn
to locate
points.
a bomb and
We
defuse
will
it.
now proceed to overtime. Round 12, second floor console office, where you do see a huge emphasis of a total of two players on the side of Team Statics Gaming will be holding on towards the admin office. That's basically the main place where Naughty Indians most probably take the control, and Statis Gaming are trying to make sure that they waste a good amount of time so that the attackers will have a lot of problems healing in that specific room.
Absolutely, and we're gonna be looking, keeping our eyes peeled, shall we say, to see if Royce makes any of those ill-advised
Bomb
peaks once
located by
again. We've
attackers.
seen him do plenty of those today, ladies and gentlemen. As being on second floor console, of course, it opens up the floodgates for him to try and go for a cheeky little kill or two, but it hasn't quite been the case. Oh, Ashrit, that's unfortunate. A little bit of a missed toss of the flashbang right there. He's gonna open up the window entirely to make sure nothing goes wrong, but why? Why is that peak happening, Body? He's gonna get the kill on the Prince, but why did he expose himself on the pillar anyway? Why did he just not assume that there will be somebody watching the skylight? Statics, these questions shouldn't be asked right now, as Phantom is taking a bit of a fight, and he has to be careful because there's somebody rappelling on the window. He's gonna see it. Nearly gets taken out, but he gets the kill instead. Very well done indeed. This is Phantom at his heels, ladies and gentlemen. He's got verticality to wait for and to play around, excuse me. He's still on the double windows though, and he will basically somehow make it out of this alive. Not for long. Running into closet was not a right idea, as Ashrit will finish him and take him out of his misery. That was a big set of very interesting events indeed.
Early frags for Naughty Indians and also early control of the site towards console office as Ashrit decides to go for the plant. C4 comes in from Royce. Does he connect? Yes, he does. An important kill as Ashrit goes down, but they do not have the control of the piano, in which Statics Gaming will have a lot of problems. The console office yet again to the control, and this time it's going to be the Zofia who's going to proceed to go for the plant. Quincy for the flashbangs, and Royce will be able to deny it yet again. Double kill with the SMG 11. All they have to do is to hold their ground. We do see the Nomad pushing in, Naughty Mando with the pre-fire rat from the deployable shield. They don't have any explosives to take out, in which the defenders have the upper hand. All they have to do is to take out the Ash, in which he will do exactly that, making it a 3v1. Unknown Gamer making those important plays as Royce finally sees the head and takes it. That is Gaming winning round 13. Actually, winning round 13. Round 13, second floor console office. As we take a look at it in the ACT Fibernet instant replay, they will be the one to be on overtime match point, where Naughty Indians will be the one on defense, even with Naughty Indians having the early advantage, having the early access to the site, but not being able to at least contest the mute right from the connector is mainly the reason why Naughty Indians lost in that round. But they still have a chance. They still be able to put this match on maximum overtime. Will it happen, or will Statics Gaming, after a long match of mistakes and mishaps, will they be able to find the best? Will they be able to win it out against Naughty Indians? We'll be able to find out. But talking about Statics Gaming, kind of reminds me of the previous matchup where they went up against Team Heat on map Cafe Dostoyevsky, where it was yet again on overtime match point, but it was 8-7 against the
Attackers need to
opposition. A very
locate and
impressive
defuse the
plays from
bomb.
Statics Gaming. We might be able to see the same repeat. Or will we see Naughty Indians trying to break that repeat? We'll actually able to find out.
Well, at this point, I think it's safe to say that is it even a Statics Gaming match if it doesn't go to overtime, ladies and gentlemen? That is what we have seen from them time and time again, at least a 7-5, if not all the way to maximum overtime. That's quite the range, mind you, and that's quite a lengthy game, all things considered. But at the end of the day, when it comes to casting a Rainbow Six games like this, you'll never find any of us out here at the Esports Club complaining at all. Right now, of course, overtime match point has been confirmed for STZ, who are waiting and just wanting that victory. Being on the attack right now is going to be that much harder for them. Naughty Indians are bringing out everything that they possibly can, as the broken window will be spotted by the Nomad, but no kill will be confirmed. Prince is going to miss out on a potential opportunity to do to Naughty Indians what they did to STZ, specifically Unknown Gamer, a few rounds ago. I still remember that. Teaser window broken, and Unknown Gamer's head taken clean off, all within the span of a few frames. That was brutal. I'm pretty sure Unknown Gamer remembers that one as well, as he has been pulling out all the stops in his attempt to continue this potential win for STZ. Royce, repelling connector window already. That's pretty brave from the man right there. As Phantom, ooh, is this going to be another repeat? He's going for the cluster charge on Bathroom, but he will actually manage to do it and get away with it. Body has had to fall back instead. That, oh, we didn't see him. The Mossy could not find Royce, and Sam will go down early. That is a big drop, because that's early, mid, and late game coverage. With that one kill alone, no more of that C4, no more of the Roni, no more of Naughty Sam, potentially clutching it out for his team. That is a big drop, and Naughty Indians are going to be faced with a bit of a dilemma, as Mando manages to find the cover of the building once again.
Mando with the run out right from the Visa won't be able to find one, so he decides to rotate back towards the hallway of spiral stairs, as the pressure is still on from Naughty Indians, as they've lost one player. Naughty Sam already been done and dusted right from the early round. Will be able to give them the man advantage, but they do not have the side control just yet. Flashbangs being thrown, and yet another kill, and it's going to be lame jokes with the inverted rappel taking out Ashret, as a smoke with a total of 3 smoke gas canisters won't be available. If they eliminate the mute, that's all it needs for the attackers to go for a default plant in second for console office, but they do need to get the control on towards piano, so that they won't be able to meet with heavy resistance. Talking about mute, the Hibana will be able to claim the life, getting the control on towards control on one, and yet another, making it a 4v1 situation. Naughty Mando still tries to keep the team alive, making it a 3v1, but now it's going to be a post run for him, and Royce will be the one to get the final kill. Statics Gaming with a long match, a long round that we do get to see. They'll be able to finally win it out on round 14, second floor console office attack. A hard fought victory for them. 8-6 will be the scoreline for them, with an impressive play coming in from both the teams, especially Super Phantom on both defense as well as on offense, picking up the fuse. A cluster charge working well in his favor. Total of 14 kills. Look at that. Every player on the side of Statics Gaming is at double digits, except Prince. Of course, he's at 3 kills, but also he did he did do his work as he did do his work as a support, to provide drones, to give information, and also throwing those flashbangs to exhaust the ADSs. That is what the support is for, and that's the reason why most of the rounds that we'd get to see, they're having a support gives them the higher chances of winning. And also, on the side of Naughty Indians, yes, they did made an impressive comeback right from the second half, but unfortunately in overtime they've made some major mistakes, especially the early kills right from the 2 rounds. And also, even on round 13, second for console office, where Statics Gaming were out most probably in a 3v5 situation, and then you did get to see them players pushing in towards on second floor console office, in which they did lose it out. But for now, how about we'll just talk about it and relive the moment, talk about the match that we do get to talk about the match, and have a brief analysis on what exactly happened. So, Jack, starting off in the first half, Naughty Indians, they were they were good. Strong enough on the side of defense, but Statics Gaming were the one who did get the upper hand, winning a total of 4 attack rounds.
Oh, absolutely. Statics on the first half came out really strong. Naughty Indians didn't exactly look good in the first half, ladies and gentlemen, even though the first 3 rounds were a back and forth between both sides. Statics went off onto round 4, 2-1 in the advantage. But then you had just some really great plays being done from the side of the defense. Naughty Indians were the ones, I should correct myself here, who went 2-1 going into round 4, but then you had the attackers, STZ, turning things around. And I actually didn't notice the fact that the Mozzie went down prone on the yellow stairs. That reminds me of a certain someone on Oregon. Of course, that's a different tale for a different time.
Canadian,
we've had some... okay, you had to spoil it. But coming back to the point at hand, it was a very good game, a very interesting game between both sides. Really, there was no shortage of nail-biting, edge-of-your-seat moments, and there were no shortage of what is even happening kind of moments, mostly pertaining to Royce, and I'll be sure to have a word with him whenever I can about that. But of course, they've got plenty of time, both sides, that is, Naughty Indians and Statics Gaming, to rest, relax, get themselves back to full energy until they have to meet in Division 2 in the next season. Plenty of days for that. They can practice, they can let their hair down, as it were, and they can get their health back up to full as well. As we've been hearing, of course, Kuntal, Super Kuntal, who plays for Statics Gaming, hasn't been around for his team for the last couple of days because he has been unwell, and we wish him all the best to get back on his feet as soon as possible. As we see from round 7 onwards, it was a big turnaround, mind you. This one, however, Phantom, just so unlucky in a way, of course, and Vinci coming around, denying him the ace. That was a big thing for him. Phantom would have really just given the side of STZ a big morale boost had he won right there, but it was not to be. But then again, Unknown Gamer did something fairly similar by taking those 2 kills on Visa Stairs Landing. And again, Vinci, this time there was no denying a clutch from him, as that was STZ's round. Many rounds today were Statics Gaming's round, mind you, as Naughty Indians all the way up till round 9, they had only won 3 rounds. It was going 6-3, in fact, as Statics took match point on the back of a beautiful play from Phantom in round 9 that we'll see right now. You can see him flanking around onto the verticality and using it against the attackers. STZ did pretty well, all things considered, and Naughty Indians did really well to turn things around, really picking themselves up from that little bit of an unfortunate match point situation that they found that Statics Gaming were against them. And it was just flawless round after flawless round after that. Nothing could stop them as they kept taking rounds 10, 11, and eventually 12. And of course, that allowed them to push for overtime, only to then be denied by Statics Gaming. It has to be said, ladies and gentlemen, never underestimate Naughty Indians when all the chips are down and they have absolutely nothing to lose, as there was nothing stopping them from letting the tide flow against them and finishing the match as quickly as possible. There was absolutely nothing stopping them because they were still going to go to the top spot and Div 2 regardless. So were Statics Gaming, but both of them decided to give us a really great showing regardless of their positions in the leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen. And that is what you love to see, really, when it comes to Divisions 3 and 2, and even Div 1, of course. You have teams giving it their all, even when all the chips are down and all the things that could go in your favor already have. They really just don't want to give up from giving us a great show. And that's what makes this division such a great place to be. As going into overtime, of course, we all know what happened. We all saw those last 2 rounds, 13 and 14 went the way of Statics Gaming really, really well, as Naughty Indians were caught out time and time again from those plays that STZ were making, and nearly a flawless round to finish things off, mind you, for STZ, until of course we had Mando coming around the Jaeger to try and clutch things out. He couldn't, of course. He got caught off on the yellow stairs, and that was the finisher right there for the side of Statics and Naughty Indian. Statics Gaming will be the ones to go up to Division 2, of course, alongside, if I check the standings right quick, Nat from the looks of it. And those are your three promotion teams, ladies and gentlemen. Statics Gaming, Naughty Indians, and Nat, we welcome you to Division 2. In Season 3, you've got plenty of time to rest and practice, and we hope to see even greater plays from all three of you going forward into the league. With all of that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great day for Division 3 and a great way to cap it off with an overtime match point finisher. And that has been it from myself, Blackjack, and my co-host Babagusta and Rabinizin to finish off for Division 3, as well as we will be saying goodnight for now and coming back tomorrow with Division 2's penultimate play day. And that is going to be another exciting venture indeed. We hope to see you all there. So until then, stay tuned and good night.